Have you ever poured your heart into a relationship, given him your time, your love, your trust, only to watch him pull away? Like the closer you get, the further he drifts? You're not alone. And today, I'm going to reveal the truth every woman needs to hear about why this happens, so you can finally stop the pain and confusion. Because it's not your fault. It's not because you aren't enough. In fact, it's something far deeper. I know it's confusing, painful, and it makes you question everything about yourself and love. Why does this happen? Why do men pull away when you're at your most vulnerable, giving everything? Today, we're going deep. Why does he pull away when you give him everything? I'll break down the real reasons, the hidden psychology behind it, and how you can flip the script, so you never feel that heartbreak again. Let's get into the video. Before we get into the why, let's acknowledge how deeply painful this experience is. Imagine giving him your all. Your time, your energy, your support. You're always there. You say yes to his needs, even when you're exhausted or unsure. Yet, he starts to pull away. When this happens, you start to feel confused, rejected and hurt. But here's what most women don't realize. Pulling away isn't always about you. Here's the brutal truth you probably won't hear anywhere else. When you give him everything, some men feel trapped. Yes, trapped. And when a man feels trapped, his instinct is to pull away. It's not about your love, your kindness, or your value. It's about his fear of losing freedom, his fear of being vulnerable, and sometimes even his fear of intimacy. Sounds harsh? It's true. In fact, let's break it down. This pain isn't uncommon. Many women confuse giving love with winning love. But here's the catch. Sometimes when you overgive, you risk losing your sense of self. And ironically, it pushes him away. Why? Because it creates imbalance and scarcity in his eyes. Giving too much too soon triggers his instinct to pull away. Because men often fear losing their sense of self when a relationship gets intense. When you give him everything, he might feel like he's losing control, his space, or his freedom, even if he loves you deeply. This fear triggers a pullback, not because he doesn't want you, but because he's trying to preserve his identity. You want to spend every moment together, but he suddenly becomes distant. It's not about you, it's about him protecting his inner boundaries. When a man feels emotionally overwhelmed by the depth of your love, he might shut down to protect himself. Emotional intimacy can be terrifying if he hasn't fully processed his own fears or past hurt. Pulling away is a defense mechanism, a way to avoid feeling exposed or rejected. You've shared your deepest feelings, but he retreats instead of responding emotionally. This isn't rejection, it's his mind trying to cope. Many men have avoidant or anxious attachment styles shaped by childhood or past relationship. These attachment styles affect how they respond to closeness. If he's avoidant, your giving everything may feel overwhelming, triggering his need to pull away to feel safe again. Understanding his attachment style can help you see he's pulling away not as a personal failure, but as a signal of deeper emotional wiring. If you think you can fix this by loving harder, trying more, or chasing him, stop. Because sometimes the best way to make him stay is to give him space. The very thing you think will keep him close, giving him everything, can backfire because it removes the natural tension, the healthy chase, and the mystery. Attraction thrives on balance between closeness and distance. Too much closeness too soon feels like losing freedom to him. The brain craves challenge. When love is easy or given, it can lose its thrill. This is human nature. Always sacrificing your plans every time he needs you. Being overly available emotionally or physically. Giving without boundaries. Will definitely result in him feeling trapped. Instead of feeling appreciated, he feels overwhelmed. Instead of feeling desired, he feels trapped. A common mistake I see women make is when they try to fix or change the man when he pulls away. They ask, "What's wrong?" or try to convince him to open up. Doing this will backfire, because it can feel like pressure or judgment. It often makes him retreat further. What to do instead? Give him space without losing your power or self-worth. Let him miss you and want to come back willingly. Your value isn't measured by how much you fix or chase, it's in your confidence and boundaries. You may think that showing your full love and devotion is the key to keeping him close. But here's the secret: when you give everything, you leave no mystery. Mystery creates attraction. Space creates desire. Boundaries create respect. If you give too much too soon, you risk overwhelming him, making him feel pressured or suffocated. Think of a flame: if you smother it, it goes out. But if you tend to it with care and space, it burns steady and strong. Another truth every woman needs to hear: when you give everything, you risk losing yourself. You start ignoring your own needs, dreams, and boundaries just to keep him close. You compromise who you are, hoping he'll love you more. But love that costs you your identity isn't love, it's codependency. And here's the painful truth you must know about men. Men are naturally drawn to women who love themselves deeply, not women who give up everything to hold on. Give him the best version of yourself, not everything. Because when you keep your boundaries and your spark, he won't just stay, he'll want to come closer. The truth is, love is not about giving everything and losing yourself. Love is about balance, giving and receiving, closeness and space, vulnerability and strength. If he pulls away when you give him everything, it's not your fault. It's a sign that he's struggling with his own fears and boundaries. Your job is to love yourself fiercely, hold your boundaries, and remember your worth. When you do that, when you stop chasing and start valuing yourself, you become irresistible. Because the truth every woman needs to hear is this: you are enough, just as you are. And the right man will never pull away when you give him your best. Thank you for watching. If this video touched your heart or opened your eyes, please like, share, and subscribe for more real talk about love and relationship. Comment below, what part of this truth hit you the most? I read every comment and want to support you. Remember, your love is precious. Never settle for less than you deserve. I will see you in the next video.